Hello, and welcome back to Just Claying Around, and I'm your host, Clay. And today, we will be looking at what happened in 1 year to my terrariums and ecospheres. So it's year 1 update. This one was it was the water and land vivarium. And it doesn't really have anything in it now. It's pretty much devoid of most life. It literally fell down, so, well, it got dropped. And then here's the other one that was like a tiny little patch of land with moss in the center and water around it. It's not doing that well either. So, overall, what I've noticed so far is that bigger creatures don't do well in these kind of containers. Well, at least not the way I set them up. So, definitely work on that in the future. In the meantime, this terrarium has several different types of plants in it. And when you look on the side here, you can see their roots on the plastic, as well as moss and algae. Alright, and now we have this ecosphere. And I don't know if you can see, but you see those floating particles that move one way and then all of a sudden just turn and dart another way? Those are microorganisms. Kind of. They look like... Oh, 1 second, I find one back. Oh, there was one there. Got moved. Ah, there's one. It's here. That thing right there. Which it's not focusing the camera on. But it looks like maybe some sort of aquatic springtail or something like that. So this one does actually have life, so that's a good sign. And then there's one I didn't show on YouTube before this point. This one, because it was a water sample jar that I put all the aquatic plants in for storage for use in the terrariums. And as you can see, the aquatic plants did really well in keeping the oxygen in the water, which is important for if any microorganisms lived in this container. As well as with how much algae there is, they could easily eat it. Other than that, there isn't much on these, so I'm going to take my magnifying glass thingy, my... 1 second. You'll see in a moment. Alright, now I've got a microscope and I'm looking at the water sample jar, and there seem to be some sort of eggs, maybe, that things have hatched out of. Either that, or a bunch of really tiny, microscopic clams or something like that. Let me look a little farther up. Alright. That's this one. I'll move on to the next. Now for the first paludarium. There's no noticeable life here. So on to the next one. Alright, this is the second paludarium. And looking through it, I don't see anything. Doesn't help you at all. Other than that, this one is also mostly devoid of life. Now onto the terrarium that has plants. And all this right here, these are all roots.